Hey folks, continuing on. So part one will be uploaded and I'll probably upload part two of this video exactly the same time. If you've seen the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So please, if you've not seen the last video, part one, movie pickups, I'm just about to upload. Have a look at that before you watch this one. So as I was saying at the start of the first video, it was going to be a long video. That first part was 20 minutes or so. So let's move on to my other pickups. All my part one were all my DVD pickups and the movies that I like to talk about. There's also some other things about Hubie Halley and things like that. So please watch that one before you watch this one. So, what else did we get? Here we go. So, I don't know if you guys have heard, but in Morrison's at the moment, there's a deal on where you can get two DVDs or Blu-rays for £8. Now, some of them are probably not the best ones. I will upload a little video of my footage that I got from Morrison's after this video. So if you want to have a look, you can. But the tip-off that I got was that Running Man was in the 2 for 8 on Blu-ray. So I wanted the Running Man, so I went and had a look at a couple of Morrison's. First one, I found one copy of the Running Man, and I picked it up, and that is obviously with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is a great film. This, to me, this is the Hunger Games. This is the Hunger Games, basically. I would say. I think the Hunger Games got some of its ideas for this, if I had to say. And it was in the 2 for 8, and I was going to buy two of them, and because you can get an £8 voucher for this in CX, and just trade the second one and get my £8 back, but I couldn't find a second one, so I just took, it was 2 for 8 or 1 for 5, so I just took this for £5, and I've wanted this in my film for a long time. Is he called Matrix in this? He's not. But he's a helicopter pilot that basically gets put into a game where he has to fight for his life. And you know what's interesting about this? It's it's supposed to be in the future in the year 2019, which is crazy. To that this film's still about, and it was filmed in 1987, and this is what they thought 2019 would be. But it didn't recognise 2020 was coming. But what's it got on the blue? I better take off this security seeker. I don't know why it's on. Well, obviously they've deactivated it for me. If I could ever get it off. Obviously I know why they do these things, but they're so annoying. And I can't see this bonus features, but it's got bonus features. Lockdown on the Main Street game trilogy and trailer, and the running time is 101 minutes plus 46 minutes of bonus features. So delighted to pick that one up. For a £5, I think that's an absolute bargain. What else did we get? Okay, I talked about this movie already, and I bought it on Blu-ray and CEX for £6, and I really, really enjoyed it, and that's the Gemini Man. So when I seen it for £10 on 4K, I thought, that's a movie I can watch again, over and over. So I thought I'll buy it, and you know what? I took it, and it looks great, and I didn't check this and things like that. But when I opened it up, look at this. How this one has been nicked at HMV or something like that, and somebody's burst a bit to get the security bit out. So just a bit annoyed about that. But it's a case, I can get a replacement case at some point for it. I'll find a 4K for like a couple of quid, and I'll swap it out for that one. But it's just so annoying. But that one was an upgrade for me from the Blu-ray I only purchased a few weeks ago. And the thing with that is, when you're purchasing 4Ks, if it's cheap enough, I'll take it. But if I'm going to upgrade something to 4K, I'd really like to watch it first. I really do, because did I need the Gemini Man in 4K? No. Was it £10 vouchers I could have spent on something else? Yes, but I think that's a pretty decent deal. So I took it. And it's got a over 1 hour bonus features. I don't know if my Blu-ray does or not. But I thought this was a really, really good movie. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. And that's the ones I upgrade. I say the ones I upgrade are ones I'm going to watch more than once, quite regularly. So, I think I'm trying to justify myself. I spend it, it's my money. There you go. What else did I get? Oh, I was looking for this movie for the longest time, the Pelican Brief, and it was in the Entertainer store on his buy 2 get 1 free, and I had a couple other ones in the basket, and I was like, that's going to be like 20 quid. So I had a look on eBay first, and there was Pelican Brief, and it had like 5 days left on it, and nobody had bid on it, and it was £1.50 with 164 postage. So I put a bid in for up to £4, so that'd still be a couple of pounds cheaper than the one off the Entertainment. Well, we know if I'd bought the 2 3, but essentially I thought, well, if it goes up to £4 or somebody buys it, I'll just buy the one off the Entertainer. But nobody bid on it, and I got it for £1.50, and that's the Pelican Brief with Denzel Washington and Julia Roberts, and it says from the director of All the President's Men. I can see why, because All the President's Men is a great film, and so is this. Julia Roberts, great actress. I enjoy lots of her movies, probably more than I should. The movies that I like Notting Hill, Pretty Woman. That's a good movie. Carrie and I, it's a good movie. The Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, Erin Brockovich, Sleeping with the Enemy. That's some great films she's been in. And this one, political thriller, is just good. And Denzel Washington plays a stellar part in this as well. This is a really good thriller if you wanna watch it. So again, delighted to get that for £3. You can see my enthusiasm, when I get a bargain. And today again, I was in CX, and I picked up this one, and I just liked it because it's got like a really cool slipcover. Maybe I shouldn't do that because maybe the film's not so great. But it's the horror, Pagini horror, and basically a girl band go to a haunted house, I think, and they have to play a special tune by Pagini, and because of that they've been haunted and all sort of things ensue. But I could have got this in the 2 for 15 HMV, but again I had vouchers and it was £6, so I thought, why not? And when I looked at it as well, bonus, it's got the little booklet. I don't know if they all have, but this one has the little booklet as well, so I added that to my collection. And believe it or not, what should I say? Well, believe it or not, I don't know why I said that. I should say I have a grandmother, and it was my birthday a week or so ago, and very kindly my gran made me a nice homemade card. In fact, you know what? I'm going to show you my nice homemade card from my gran, because it's just so good. So let's show you that. Let me. Look at this. Nice homemade card from my gran. To James, with love always from Granny. Look at that. And my gran gave me £20 in this card, as well as a nice razor. So thank you very much, Gran, for that. I appreciate it. And it's in these times we've not been able to see each other as much as we would because of lockdown and things like that, because we usually go to my gran's every Saturday, and well, many Saturdays as we can, and do that. So what I've done with my £20 is I took it to HMV and I spent it on something for me, because that's what you're supposed to do with your birthday money, isn't it? And I put £5 more to it, and I picked up the 4K of Hocus Pocus. Great movie. I watch this every Halloween with the kids. Although I said to my wee boy the other day, he says, "Do you remember watching this?" He goes, "No, watched it every Halloween." But that's a movie again I'm going to watch over and over again. So why not upgrade it? Why not upgrade it to 4K? And Betting Leather, Share Jessica Parker. I believe they're making a second one of this, but I don't know. But it's in the 2 for $25, so decent. And I actually thought, right, I really only want Hocus Pocus, but it's 2 for $25. What else is in there? Because you could get another Hocus Pocus and trade it in for a £12 voucher. But I picked up Onward on 4K, and it's got Tom Holland in it. So my daughter likes Tom Holland. So I don't know if I'm going to get away with trading this one in now. You get a £13 voucher if you do, but I don't think I'm going to get away with doing that. So I haven't watched this movie. Apparently my daughter says it's brilliant because she's seen it on Disney Plus already. But don't know. Might trade it, might not. See, I would only buy a 4K if I'm really going to watch it over and over again. I can't see me watching it over again, but to be honest with you, my daughter probably will, so she'll get her value out of it, shall we say. And that is Onward. So, last week when I got my couple of other pounds for my birthday, I went to HMV and I bought 2 for 15 3 times, and I took 3 of them and I traded in half of them and got vouchers from CX. That's probably I got Gemini Man in the other one there, but I did keep 3 for myself, and I kept the Slasher Classic Collection Sleepaway Camp 2. I don't have Sleepaway Camp 1, and it wasn't, or well, it'll just be called Sleepaway Camp, won't it? And that wasn't on the shelf either, so I picked that one up, and it's got, it's from the Slasher Collection. Is that 88 films? It is, yes. Number 17. So I have a couple of other ones in that collection, and it's got Teenage Wasteland Slasher Expert, Justin Cool on Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway 2 Camp Trailer, Sleepaway 3 Camp Trailer, 88 Films Trailer, reverse sleeve featuring alternative UK VHS artwork. Ooh, interesting. So I might pick that up, but I'm not going to watch this until I get one, and one wasn't on the shelf, so I'll be looking out for that on eBay or other places. And as I watched Halloween last night, Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. I think that was her first or second film, Halloween. And to be honest with you, Halloween disappointed me. It did. And now maybe regretting picking this up, and that's Jamie Lee Curtis in Terror Train in another Slasher Classic Collection. And it's a high definition Blu-ray remastered by 88 Films with extensive restoration to move disc and sparkle. Now, these are my pickup videos. When I do watch these, I'll probably do a more in-depth review, but for now, that's what we've got. And as the Christmas is coming up, this was on the shelf too, and I couldn't resist the Slasher Classic Christmas Evil. Again, restored from 4K from original 35mm archive. Region B, widescreen. Save that one for Christmas, won't we? So, that is my pickups. So I'll upload part 1 and I'll upload part 2 at the same time. So hopefully part 1 uploads first, so you can watch that, and then you can watch part 2. Like to know what you think of my pickups. What do you think of the movies? What inspires you, if you do collect movies, to do it? I'd like to know. So please put a comment down below. If you do like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you are wanting to subscribe, feel free. It's always good to know people are watching. Thanks guys, and we'll catch you next time.